So, your point of view, what do you think? Do you think that just because you read a book, you're a nerd?
I think a lot of people think that, but no, I don't think that's true. I think a lot of guys think that, and I think that's one of the reasons you don't see a lot of guys reading books.
Because it's just like,
not
yeah,
cool.
it's not cool enough to
Yeah.
read or something like
Yeah.
that.
So the trick for me is to find a book that will lure them in enough that they want to read it. I have a series that I've gotten several guys to read. They hadn't read since the 7th grade, and they were seniors, and they read the entire series before they graduated high school.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's just finding that lure that will get them hooked again.
It's just really not being a nerd. It's just
right. It's just finding
for fun.
Yeah, it's finding what you like, and sometimes I do think that having to read what you're forced to read in class, I think that sometimes makes kids not want to read because they think it's all like that, and it's not. There's so much more out there, especially now. And with e-readers and people doing indie publishing, the gamut is wide open for what you can find out there to read.
What is your view on the whole, you read a book, you're a nerd kind of view?
I think that just because you read a book doesn't make you nerdy. I think being a nerd makes you nerdy, and I don't know.
You don't know. Well, I think it's just because you're like, it's not cool to read. It's for some people it's just boring. I guess I don't know.
I think that reading books is just like watching movies. You just haven't found the one for you.
In your brain.
Yeah. So
Watching movies in your brain.
I think that reading can be for everybody. It's just you haven't found the right one yet.
That's pretty cool. Well, it's not like, oh, this book's boring, I'm gonna put it back.
Yeah, I know so many people who do that. I did that for like the first half of my life. I would be like, this book is boring. I don't really like it, and I do that over and over again. And I thought I hated reading until about 9th grade. And I found this one book, I don't even remember what it was, but I found this one book that I really loved, and I kept reading, and then I found books that were like it. People kept giving me books that were similar that I might like, and I don't know, now I'm a nerd.
Yeah. Well, you could do any other kind of books. You could just pick up a book and you'd be like, look at it and you go, oh, I don't like that. Just because it's, for some people, it'd be like, and they'll look forever, and then they'll find a book that just, really stands out, and they'll go, that is so cool, and then they start reading it, and what really hooks people is the fact that you read like the first page, and it ends up being like, ooh, I gotta read this, and it's not just, the fact that you're reading a book. It's, you're getting into books. You're not learning just normal stuff. You're also learning other stuff too. And books are helpful. Okay, what do you think of someone being a nerd just because they read?
Well, I don't necessarily think that people who read books are nerds, since I'm reading, but I am a nerd, but I've not always been a nerd. I just think that people think that because sometimes people read a lot and they don't do much socially, and that's probably because people don't take the time to get to know them. But reading is fun. It gives you knowledge. It expands your vocabulary. And if that makes you a nerd, then so be it. You'll work for a nerd one day.